So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings us up to the 47. Here's Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer, 57 yards. And the Bucs get a bit closer. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
Makes the score Ravens 43, Buccaneers 21.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They start the drive with White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They stay on the ground with White. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running out of the gun with White, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On the draw, here's White. Oh, fighting off the defender. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
First down, here's White. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now back to the ground game with White.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Second and 15. That's complete to Slayton. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
146 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game.
The CD always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Ravens, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us.